You are listening to Lovely Talks Heavy. Hello everybody, and welcome to Lovely Talks Heavy. I am your host Lovely, and I discuss everything I enjoy with regard to heavy music. Welcome everybody to December. The month of Christmas has begun. Let's hope you've gotten your shopping for all the metalheads in your life all done, thanks to my Metalhead Christmas List episode. Now, a bit of an update of my whole situation before we dive into this episode. As far as my NaNoWriMo ventures go, I've written exactly 0 words in the past month. Why? Simply put, my work schedule amped up to 11, getting called in to pick up extra shifts, and so with little time off I did have, I had to devote my energy to other factions of my life, mostly involved with laundry, because it takes me a long time to do one load of laundry, simply put. Anyways, luckily I did have the past handful of episodes already prepared, because Lord knows I wouldn't have had time to do them during these past November weeks, so thankful for that. I did enjoy the comfort of knowing these episodes were backlogged, so I think I'll just stick to that method of episode scheduling from now on, where I just record a whole bunch, write a whole bunch at once, and edit a whole bunch, and just, upload them at my leisure. Well, not at my leisure, every Saturday, but it'll be more leisurely uploading. It won't be so time crunchy, I suppose. Anyways, in other news, I have started making my list of people I need to get gifts and cards for this Christmas, and I have to say how amazing it is how many people you end up knowing and loving when you sit down and write down their names and do this sort of thing. And I can tell you, my list is nowhere near complete. Just in the span of writing that little section of this episode, I came up with at least 3 other people who I have forgotten to put on said list, and now they are on said list. Anywho, now, for the day's episode. For the past month or so, him have been embarking on their final tour called Whimper and a Bang. When the news broke that him would be doing this final go-round and then it would be no more him forever, it initially hurt. Him is a band that has remained close to my heart for so long now, and will continue to be even after they officially disband. But it is something so wonderful to see something I love so much come to an end. Because there does come a point in lots of media where being allowed to run for so long makes it just get pathetic, and it turns into something that it's basically a hollow shell of what it once was. And I'm glad to see that him won't allow themselves to end via more tragic means of a band member dying, or just, becoming so sad and old, possibly, that it's like, why do you keep doing this? Please stop. In this episode, I'll be talking about some of my favorite things about him, or his Infernal Majesty, as I've neglected to point out before, but now I have. So anyway, some of my favorite things about him, from music videos, songs, and moments outside of those. So, let's get started. Screamworks Love and Theory and Practice chapters 1 through 13. I love this whole album, featuring the single Heart Killer and other great songs like Catherine Wheel, Disarm Me with Your Loneliness, and Scared to Death. This album allowed for more 1980s pop influence to sink through. The synth sounded a lot more synthy and a lot less like violins and other instrumental sounds. Fun story, Him held a contest around the time that this album had come out, where the challenge was to cover the leading single, Heart Killer, and that spawned a whole bunch of fun videos from fans, ranging from, girls sitting alone in front of their webcam singing the song, to groups of friends walking the street of whatever city they're in, just singing the song together and having a fun time. And then the video for Heart Killer came out, decorated in simple yet beautiful visuals involving red and blue lighting, the members of Him playing their musical parts on Lazy Susans, and the taxidermied animals and skulls that were peppered throughout the music video, and overlaid over some of the faces of said band members of Him. Very rarely do I like an album top to bottom, but Screamworks is a part of that exclusive club, which first came about from the classic, of course, Appetite for Destruction by Guns N' Roses. Even if you don't know Him that well, you will surely have heard of their iconic logo, the heartagram. It is a combination of heart and pentagram, designed by Villavalo, the frontman of Him, and it represents good and evil. It's one of those supremely iconic things that several people who have never probably even heard of Him have had this thing tattooed on themselves. I had a set of heartagram earrings in high school that got lost to the ether, sadly. And then for Christmas last year, my friend Kelsey got me a heartagram necklace, and I'm in love with it, and I'm not going to let it be lost to the ether this time. So help me, God. If you've ever known and loved the TV show and films Jackass, you will surely know of the spin-offs that came of it, Viva La Bam being one of them. It was filled with plenty of stunts and schemes that could be found on Jackass, but with a lot more of Bam Margera pushing his favorite music to the world. Either through the soundtrack, guest appearances, or the gaudy decor of Bam Margera's house, you knew that Bam loved him, and was pals with Villavalo to the point of directing some of Him's music videos like The Sacrament, and having Villa be a guest on his SiriusXM radio show on, I think it was Faction. That's the SiriusXM channel. I don't know if it's still going. I might check up on it sometime. We'll see. Anyway, Radio Bam. It was classically funny at the time. Anyways, some time ago, Bam did put out a strange video, an open letter to Villavalo, saying that he basically missed his friend. And since then, I'm not sure what the status of that situation has updated to, if at all. But we can look back on those good times on MTV, at least. Join Me in Death is undisputedly the most popular Him song out there. Since the album Razorblade Romance came out, the song has been a staple in live sets. It is an adaptation of the classic William Shakespeare tale Romeo and Juliet, so don't try what the song title suggests at home, kids. Please. dear God, don't do it. Anyways, my favorite part of this song's existence is the cheesy music video that came of it. It takes place in a classic Scandinavian ice bar and is laced with band performance footage featuring the fakest, most hilarious looking guitar and bass playing from Miguel Amor and Linda Lindstrom. Only real him fans are in love with the film Madagascar 2. I've never seen Madagascar 2, and I love it. Why? Well, because Ville of him has a voice role in the Finnish version of this film. He plays the hippo Moto, who loves his girls big and chunky, and the Finnish version of the song that plays in the background of Moto's appearances is something to just have a nice giggle at. Another of hymn's classically known songs, Wings of a Butterfly, comes off the album Dark Light. It comes with a guitar riff so instantly recognizable. It is basically the Sweet Child of Mine of him fans. It also comes with a music video taking place in a beautiful and rainy apocalypse, where the boys in him are trapped in this skyscraper and they're sending out heartogram signals like bat signals, waiting for somebody to save them, but alas, it's to no avail. That will do it for this week on Lovely Talks Heavy. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with someone. Every time this podcast hits a new set of ears, it means the world to me. What are some of your favorite things about him? Please let me know at my social media. I am LovelyMetalhead on YouTube, Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, and Mixcloud. Just LovelyMetalhead. No space, no weird, funny little spellings. We're good there. Anyhow. Until next week, next Saturday, the next episode of Lovely Talks Heavy, you stay brutal. Bye.